President Trump tonight taking on the Supreme Court, demanding 2 liberal justices recuse themselves from cases that involve him.
I always thought that, frankly, that Justice Ginsburg should do it because she went wild during the campaign when I was running.
In a rare move for a Supreme Court justice, back in 2016, Ruth Bader Ginsburg criticized then-candidate Trump as a faker, saying, "I can't imagine what this country would be with Donald Trump as our president." Ginsburg later said those remarks were ill-advised. The president today also singling out Justice Sonia Sotomayor.
Justice Sotomayor said what she said yesterday. You know very well what she said yesterday. It was a big story.
Tweeting a quote from a Fox News host, Sotomayor accuses GOP-appointed justices of being biased in favor of Trump. Sotomayor, in a dissent last week, accused the court's conservatives of putting a thumb on the scale in favor of the Trump administration, but never specifically accused anyone of bias.
I just don't know how they can not recuse themselves for anything having to do with Trump or Trump-related.
All of it comes amid new scrutiny of conservative Justice Clarence Thomas, whose wife, Republican activist Ginny Thomas, has reportedly offered the president names of administration officials deemed disloyal and their preferred replacements. Ultimately, it's up to the justices themselves to decide when to recuse. Meantime, at his India news conference, the president asked about Harvey Weinstein and called out the now convicted rapist.
I was never a fan of Harvey Weinstein, as you know. In fact, he said he was going to work hard to defeat me in the election. How did that work out, by the way?
President Trump says the Weinstein conviction is a great victory and sends a strong message to women, while not acknowledging the numerous accusations of sexual misconduct he's faced himself.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.